Hey folks, how you doing? This is Kurt Von Anen, your host of the Mañana morning check-in, and today is April 22nd, 2021, and I'm smirking a little bit because it just gets better and better. I just received a call while I was in a meeting, and it was from New Mexico, and so I was like, you know what? I just posted something about some friends in New Mexico. Maybe it's one of my buddies. It's a new phone number I don't recognize, but maybe it's one of my buddies from New Mexico checking in. And so I called back, and instantly it's, oh, hey, so and so, when they answer the phone, and I'm like, this doesn't ring a bell with me. Hey, we're part of a mediation company, and we just need to verify some personal information before we share the complaint with you. Blah 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 blah. Is this your information? Yeah, dude, I have no idea who you are. I'm not sharing this stuff. I said, this sounds like something you could mail to me. Uh, we can't send you mail because of COVID. Well, I don't know what that post office truck is doing outside my house almost every day, putting mail in mailboxes. But they're putting mail in mailboxes. Folks, you have got to stay alert. You have got to watch for scams. You have got to know that you probably can't trust anybody, let alone the people that are in the public eye making decisions and doing things and contradicting themselves. You really can't believe a stranger on the phone. And so as I consult with multiple businesses and consult with multiple people that work online and are struggling through this remote thing through COVID and doing things, you got to ask yourself the obvious questions, right? Like, does mail still show up at your house? Yes. Can you still go to the store and buy a gallon of milk? Yes. And that's pretty much regardless where you live in the United States, right? Can you still go to the gas station and pump your gas? Yes. Right. So if somebody calls you and says, well, I can't do X, Y, and Z because of COVID, well, folks, that is a dead giveaway that this is an attempted scam, and it's time to hang up the phone, right? You can always opt out. And let's face facts. I don't spend a bunch of my time walking outside the law. I'm not expecting a bevy of lawsuits to fall on my lap, especially from a state I haven't lived in, in nearly a decade. So, these are things that, you got to be cognizant of, right? So that's my message today is just be careful. Just be careful, use your gift of discernment. Look at what people are trying to tell you, and then have the stamina and the ability to just go, I'm just going to opt out. I'm going to hang up. I'm not going to do this. Right. And here's the deal. If somebody wants to file a complaint or take me to court or whatever, you know what? If you can't mail me something because of COVID, I probably can't get to the courthouse because of COVID. How about that? Just crazy days, crazy days. On a more positive note, I had already announced, I had sent out an email to the folks that are on the daily email list, and I made an announcement in here. I am not sending daily emails out for at least the remainder of this week. I needed to focus on some projects, really needed to knock some things out. I mean, here it is. It's almost 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just now wrapping up my first two meetings of the day and reaching out to you guys. And so super important, right? Make sure that you pour into yourself. Make sure that you give yourself the space you need. Make sure you give yourself the leftover energy that you need to get through your day and be positive. And folks, focus on what is important. A lot of us are working remotely now. And, what's interesting is for years, people said, boss, I want to work remote. I want to work from home. Boss, I want to work from home. And companies said, we could never let you work from home. We need to keep you here, right? So we can keep our eye on you, know that you're working and getting things done. You're putting in those hours, right? And what I'm hearing from people more and more, especially in a corporate remote environment, is that they're working earlier and they're working through break and they're not taking a full lunch and they're working late. I have friends from my old corporate office that are, clocking into a computer at 6 o'clock in the morning, and at 8, 9 o'clock at night, they're still doing stuff for the company because the company's, owning office is in Japan. And so, think about the time differences and things like that, right? And so Japan might be emailing them and going, hey, we need an answer to this ASAP. And my peers, my friends here in the States are like, oh crud, they need something, I better answer that right away. um, Folks, you got to draw, like I put in that article 2 days ago, you have got to draw that line in that sand and go, here's the deal. You only buy this much time and energy from me on a weekly basis. And you've got to be a good steward with that which you have, which is your health and your mental stability and things like that. When you draw that line and you say, I'm going to take me back, right? I'm going to take me back. When that happens, you put yourself in a position to give people the best that you've got, right? Your energy level goes up, your mental focus is better, everything improves. When you stretch yourself out over an inordinate amount of time and burning the candle at both ends, day after day after day after day, you get to a position where you're not giving people your best. And no matter how much extra time you put in, the quality's not there. And that's the bad thing, right? That's when you're working harder than ever, but for some reason it just ain't getting done, right? Imagine if you weren't working harder than ever, but everything was getting done. And that's kind of the joy of what I'm trying to share with you. So like I said, I'm not promoting daily emails this week. I'm taking some time to rejuvenate and re-energize myself and take care of the irons that I've got in the fire. And folks, it's a pleasure to reach out to you today. Like I said, I'm still sharing these daily messages on LinkedIn. So if you're in my LinkedIn audience and you're not connected to me yet, feel free to connect. Right. So that maybe somebody shared this in their thread and you're going, oh, this guy seems interesting. Go ahead and send me a connection. And then don't be surprised if you get a meeting invite from me for just a quick 10 or 15-minute phone call, just to see how we could add value to each other. Right. Because why be connected if we're not going to connect? Right. And so, folks, I look forward to hearing from you. If you're already in my community, and you feel like you want to reach out, just go to mañananomas.com, click on the contact button, just reaching out to Kurt and send me a quick little message. It'd be great to hear from you. Folks, have yourself a great day. Be productive, be mindful, right? Look out for people trying to take advantage of the situation. I mean, I cannot believe that we are, what are we, 15 months into Corona, right? 15 months into this, and people are going to say, well, I can't send you mail because of COVID. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What a scam. Folks, have yourself